you write a great piece this week, the birth of the left-wing wedge issue, because it is such a different cycle now. And as you say, Gallup has just found that on social issues, the country is now equally split between liberals and conservatives. You say that's pretty close to seismic. Just 5 years ago, the conservative edge on social issues was 39% to 22%. Now it's totally wiped out. The implications for our electoral politics are obvious and enormous. And you mean good enormous.
Yeah, I do. And I mean, just everybody, I'm sure, listening has probably already automatically thought back to the 2004 election.
Right.
When Bush and Rove got those anti-same-sex marriage referenda or initiatives on ballots in 11 states, including some key states, including Ohio,
right,
which Bush won by just 130,000 votes out of 5.5 million cast. And that did goose the turnout a little bit. So, those referenda really helped Bush in 2004. And now it's the polar opposite. I mean, we're certainly not going to be seeing the right trying to put any of those kinds of referenda, because they'd pass and they'd bring out people who would vote on the Hillary side of the equation. So, and Clinton can use this issue in some swing states. I looked at the poll just really quickly. I looked at state-by-state polling. People who are interested in this might want to Google state-by-state polling on same-sex marriage, and in every important state, in presidential terms, except for North Carolina, it's a clear positive, the pro-same-sex position.
Wow, really sea change, in America. I mean, it's like, but as you say Gallup suggesting maybe the era of the wedge issue may be over, and you say, but wait, why should it be over? Maybe it's time for some liberal wedge issues. And as you say, first of all, marriage equality could be one of those. But you made a really interesting point. You say the one you'd really love to see Clinton and the Democrats put in the middle of the table is the way, this zeal for tax cutting has, in many of these Republican governors' states, have decimated the education budget, right?
Yeah, I think higher education is a big issue, and I point to the examples of Louisiana and Wisconsin, where Jindal and Scott Walker are just crushing their education budgets. And I mean, these are top tier universities. I mean, Wisconsin, obviously, Madison is one of the great public universities in America, and Louisiana State is probably not Madison or Michigan or something like that, but it's got a long tradition. I mean, as a Southern school, I mean, it's one of the better public ones. And what are these people doing? And Republicans send their kids to college too.
Right.
They don't want to see tuition go up 12% a year. And if you can connect the dots, I really do think most people would say, I'm willing to pay a little bit more so that we don't slash $400 million out of higher education. It's ridiculous. Well,
and you say further, Democrats, if they can connect these dots in the right way on a whole range of, as you call them, Warren-esque household economics issues, they can peel off a decent chunk of voters who've been traditionally Republican.
I think they can. I mean, so Bernie Sanders is out there, announced yesterday, so he has this free college for all. Now, that's going to sound a little pie in the sky, maybe on the surface to a lot of people.
Right.
Because, there's no free lunch and all that kind of thing. But but it's not as much money as most people would think. It's not as insane as people might think. It's
not. I mean, the fact that Americans
possible,
right? That we've convinced ourselves we can't have nice things, like free health care and free college and high speed rail. Is, I mean, you're right. The fact that it's a lot of other countries have stuff like that and it's working really great. It does become astounding that Bernie Sanders gets cast as that's crazy, tilting at windmills, right?
Right.